Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome to episode 10 of Civilization 5, the single city challenge as Venice. I'd like to say that I've been making progress, but I think over the last few videos we've kind of just been clawing our way very slowly up the scoreboard and trying to hang on to things. We seem to be doing okay in terms of science and stuff. We've denounced India and we've denounced Greece. Most of the other civilizations have done the same. We've managed to bribe Greece to go to war with the Shoshone, not because we want to do any damage to the Shoshone, but we actually want to do more damage to Greece, although the Shoshone and Greece are both the big players, so you know, hopefully they'll just take each other down a peg or two and let everybody else catch up with them in some small way. Couldn't do an awful lot on that turn. Oh, apparently we could. It was just taking its time. Declaration of friendship with Sweden has run its course and needs to be renewed. I'm sure it will be. We have finished the national epic. Let's go ahead now and get that public school set up. A unit needs orders. It is a cargo ship once more. You're going to go and continue to go to Delhi, because even though we've denounced you, we're still putting our religious pressure on you, and it's still a decent amount of money. Still having this issue, of course, with Greece spending all of its money and using all of its spies to flip over the city-state, so we are going to try and take as many of these back as possible. We're doing everything we can to slowly build up the gold per turn that we're getting. I mean, pretty much every 4 turns we get enough gold to be able to throw a 1,000 gold bribe at one of the city-states, so it's not terrible. Gandhi actually wants to go to war with the Shoshone, even though we're denouncing Gandhi. So it's very strange that he has come to us with this. So let's get this right, Gandhi. We're denouncing you because you've spied on us twice, and we have a declaration of friendship with the Shoshone, but you want us to go to war with the Shoshone with you. I've got no interest in this arrangement. However, if you want to fight the Shoshone, be my guest. Send them my regards. Hanoi desires a trade route. Maybe we will have one that we can do there. How much influence do we need with them? We've got industrialization. We've killed a Swedish spy. Hanoi, we need 46. But I think what we're going to do is we are going to purchase another cargo ship while we can afford one, because they're always useful. Well, we've got another policy now. We can either have +1 gold from science buildings or earn great scientists 25% faster. I think what we're going to do is try and work down towards scientific revolution while we're still getting research agreements. So 1 gold from science buildings takes us up from 237 up to 246, so only an extra 9, but that will increase as we get more scientific buildings. And we are working on a public school, so we will get an extra 1 there. Not too bothered that we've killed the spy. You guys who were building a trading post, stop. You need to build a mine now. We are going to end up losing the jungle, unfortunately, but we do need the coal. Is that the only coal we have? Yes, it is, and it's actually 7. It's 7 coal, so that isn't too bad. I don't mind there. Yeah, we're working on the trade route. Let's go on to the next turn. At least it actually popped up in the tile that Greek coup in Chocoa failed. That means that their spy has died. Nice. I'm going to forgive you this time around. I know this is the second time you've spied on me, but if you do it again, I'm going to have to denounce you. I'm just trying to not actually fall out with every single Moroccan and Shoshone friends. Good stuff. Just trying not to fall out with all of the AI at the moment. Melbourne longs for culture. Byblos wants great profit. Everybody wants something. So, Hanoi. We have a cargo ship. Hanoi wants a trade route, so let us go to Hanoi. And we have another cargo ship, so let us go to Colombo, because it's probably safer and not as far. And let's go on to the next turn. I'm a little bit disappointed to be losing. Mind you, is that a jungle or is that a forest tile? That's a jungle tile, so it's a little bit disappointing we'll be losing 2 science and 1 culture for putting a mine there, but we need the coal. I'll continue with electricity, actually. And then after electricity, we will go in. So electricity into steam power. Wow, it's a long way away from steam power. Okay, electricity into biology into steam power. Fine. Do it that way. Research agreement completed, which just not 4 turns off electricity anyway, so that's not too bad. Cargo ship is going to actually trade with you guys. It'll be a little bit more beneficial for us in terms of science. Let's have a look. Hanoi are glad to see the connection of trade route. That's increased our influence with them. So we didn't make us allies, but it has actually put us within 7 influence. So if we give them 500, now Hanoi is on our side as well. We'll go on to the next turn. Probably have enough gold to flip Florence over on the turn after. So, no point creating a landmark. It's too far away to work. We are going to get ourselves a Venetian artifact, and we can start... we haven't actually had any great writers or scientists... writers or artists or musicians yet. So, I think we're certainly going to have to get the academies built as soon as possible. Not the academies. The guilds. Get the guilds up as soon as possible. So maybe that's something to do after public school. I do want to get another archaeologist out there because I would like to go and get this antiquity site over here. And then there's probably some more scattered around. Yeah, there's one over there and there's one over here. And they're probably full of barbarians and stuff. But we'll have a look and see what we can do anyway. So Pocatello has made peace with Hanoi. So at least his most direct neighbour is no longer shooting at him, which is good. Gandhi has entered the industrial era. And World Congress now welcomes city-states. This is going to make things a little bit more of a pain with Greece being involved. We may now purchase with faith. India stole archaeology. Stop spying on me. It's fed up with you now. Already denounced him once. Choose host. Well, look, this is a good indication of just how many city-states Greece has under its greasy little belt right now. There's no way we can get anybody else. The thing is, right, Greece is going to be the host either way. There's nothing we can do about that. The AI will only vote for themselves. So what we may as well do is vote for Greece. Because they're going to get in anyway, so we might as well help them. And that way they like us a little bit more. They might leave us alone a little bit. Accumulated enough faith to purchase a unit or building. Well, the question is, what can we actually build with our faith? We can actually start saving for a great engineer, which could be nice. We should probably start doing that, actually. Let's go on to the next turn. Did have some money there, of course, that I got saved up. I should have... should have quite possibly thrown that at one of the city-states, but we shall see. Japan and Mongolia have a research agreement. Would be nice to try and flip Florence. We can still have one more trade route, which we will have to get up and running at some point. 2 turns away from getting the public school. Greece remains host, which we expected, of course. And we're going to go straight on to the next turn, because we've got nothing else that we can do right now. At least we finally have 2 tourism. It's not a lot, but it's a little bit. Okay, Greek coup in Samarkand. Very annoying, Greece. Very annoying. New research agreement between Mongolia and Sweden. Do you have any missions? No. And how much? 32. Let's just do enough to flip you over. I'm not going to go too overboard. Because the thing is, I mean, you could give 10,000 gold to a city-state and then Greece could just do a coup, so it doesn't really matter how far ahead you get with them. I guess if I get an extra spy, I could put that extra spy in Brussels and try and steal that from Greece, but who knows. Venice has finished the public school. We are going to get an archaeologist out first, so we can go and get that antiquities site. Then we will consider a cargo ship. In fact, I had enough money, I could have just bought a cargo ship then, but we might be trying to flip Florence back over. You want to give us quite a decent amount of gold to open our borders. I don't have a problem with that, so yeah, certainly. Like I said, I didn't really want to have open borders too much because they are one of the tourism leaders, but at this point in the game, it's not going to be that much of a problem. So when it gets as far as ideologies that we might have an issue, that could be a big problem. But there again, even if we have an ideology that everybody else doesn't, the fact that we've already got so much happiness might be enough for us to push things through. Do we have any aluminium? No, none at all. Not a single piece of it. That is very annoying. Florence, how far? 59. And I could get 45 with you. So, not on this turn. Let's go ahead and purchase that See, that is a little bit of a pain because... Well, actually, let me do what I was going to do first, which is just purchase cargo ship. If we actually look in science and look at... It's not science, it's cultural policies. Ideology. Ideological tenets may not be purchased until you have chosen an ideology. This choice becomes available when you build your third factory or enter the modern era. Well, we're not going to be able to build a third factory because we only have a single city, which is a bit of a pain. So how long will it take us to get into the modern era? We could already go straight into radio. And I think that's what we should do. We've already put some turns into biology. But I think we should go biology and into radio. We are going to build a factory, of course, because that will give us some more production here in the capital. So it's certainly worth us doing that. Genghis Khan has declared war on Brussels. I guess he's just declaring war on Brussels themselves. Because he obviously hasn't gone to war with Greece. Not that I've noticed anyway. But obviously Brussels is heavily allied with Greece. Will Greece get involved with that? Who knows? Cargo ship. You are going to go to... No point going to Brussels. It's being sieged by the Japanese. Might as well carry on with the religious pressure onto Sweden. Because why not? On to the next turn. And that archaeologist will be finished in 2 turns as well. Pocatello has made peace with Samarkand. Have they gone back over to me now? Yes, they have. Fantastic. Florence, of course, we still need to try and get if we can. Brussels requests units. Hanoi is in awe of us. Don't mind too much if Brussels falls. I'm actually at a point where if I do want to keep the city-states close to home on side, so we get the nice stuff from them, but the ones that are allied with Greece, if they fall, I don't care all that much. Cargo ship. Carry on with Sweden. We should have another cargo ship as well, as you're going to carry on with Sweden. Okay, let's hit next turn there. New research agreement now between Japan and Morocco. They seem to be having a lot of research agreements between them. Upcoming session. I wonder what the votes are, because I can't remember. We want the standing army tax. They want to embargo Japan. Not too bothered about that. I wonder if the standing army tax will pass, though. Not too sure whether or not that will go through. We have completed that archaeologist. There's quite a lot of things here that I would like to have. The ironworks would be really good for a production of 8. So let's go ahead and get that in. We can't have a factory yet because we haven't got the coal. So we might as well go for the ironworks. This archaeologist is going to work his way over to there. And we'll go on to the next turn. So the ironworks will give us a lot of extra production, which will be really nice. Greek coup in Samarkand, again. You want a research agreement. I'm going to accept it. As much as I'd love to be able to throw the money at Samarkand and flip it back over. Yeah, declaration of friendship with Sweden. Why not? Not sure how much money Greece is making right now, but I don't know whether they're doing it through money or whether they're doing it through their spies. But of course, what you do have to remember with Greece is that they just do things much better with the city-states anyway. Got over 1,000 gold, though. They're 33 ahead, so let's do that. It's just enough to flip them over. Florence, you are 61 ahead. I don't have enough on this turn to give it to you, sadly. Cargo ship, you are going to continue to Marrakesh. And on to the next turn. We also need to get the police station up and running as quick as we can as well. Yeah. Do you know what? I don't care. I'm just hoping at some point the entire world decides that they're just going to declare war on Greece. And that'll be just perfect. I've actually dropped down now into 5th place, 6th place. Actually dropped down behind Morocco. Not sure it was Morocco did that managed to get them up quite so high. Samarkand is looking for units in their help with war against the Shoshone, but the Shoshone will peace out with them on the next turn anyway, so we don't have to worry about that. Quick look at the demographics. I'm still pretty bad on everything. I still have like the least food, the least production, the least land, the fewest soldiers. Currently happy, top in happiness, but look at Greece and the Shoshone. They're running away with everybody at the moment. Absolutely running away with everybody. Second in literacy though, so not terrible. We still might be able to pull this one out of the bag. No guarantees. Unit needs orders. Dig that up. 5 turns. Okay. Got time for a couple more turns before we finish, so let's do what we can do. Not too far away from another golden age either. That's going to be really nice. Greece is protecting Byblos. That's fine. We're still really bad on tourism. We need to improve that desperately. We now have our 7 coal, which is fantastic. Also means we've got to find something for our workers to go and do now. And find another trading post for them to put up somewhere. Okay, so we have now finished our ironworks, which is fantastic because that will give us a lot more production in the capital. Though the cost... yeah, because we only have 1 city, so it's really cheap to build. Do we go straight for the factory? 10% production and production plus 4. I think we have to. I think we have to go for the factory at this point and get as much production as possible. You guys are going to go over here and we'll get up another trading post. Gems for spices. I don't really need the happiness, to be honest with you. I'd prefer it if you just straight up gave me the gold for it, to be honest. Fantastic. It's the gold I could do with right now. I see India's settled another little city down here. Not an awful lot for them to get. Golden sheep and a bit of fish. It's not really the most ideal of starting locations. I suppose it will be 1, 2, 3 double fish. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, double fish, stone, sheep, gold. Still not a fantastic start, not compared to ours with what we have here. I mean, there are so many resource markers on the map. Unit needs orders. You guys are going to go ahead and construct that trading post. Cargo ship. This is the only problem with having so many cargo ships. It feels like every turn you're having to micromanage them and send them back out on new runs. Don't need open borders with you anymore, so we will bypass that. Quite a bit of gold now. So, and we don't need to buy cargo ships anymore. So the consideration here is, do we use those that money to bribe city-states, or do we use that money to try and build some buildings? You want a research agreement. The other option, of course, is we don't want open borders. Fine, give you open borders. You don't need it. But we would like to get the research agreements. So that's where some of our money has been spent. Should be able to flip Florence. But before we consider doing that, because we're now in a golden age, Alexander's plotting against Genghis Khan. We have a promotion. Oh, we've stolen the tech from Greece. Fantastic. Steel. It's the only thing we can get from them. Oh, well. You've been promoted. Alexander is plotting against Genghis Khan. Let us share that intrigue. Alexander is constructing the Red Fort. Standing army tax. I'm just going to vote for that. Commit delegates. Greece will probably vote against it, so it probably won't go through. Before I actually throw money at Florence, are there any buildings in Venice that I can purchase that I should purchase? Probably a police station. Probably a stock exchange. 25% gold. We're currently getting 304 gold per turn. Now getting 324 gold per turn. Not a massive amount, but it does help. And, you know, another couple of turns and I'll have over 1,000 gold again. It's quite easy to get gold. Once you get rolling, you do start off on the back foot, but once you actually get rolling with it, you actually do make a fairly decent amount of money. Actually now drop down the scoreboard even further. I'm actually 7th now. This is because the AI keep constantly expanding, which is not something I am able to do. Open borders with Alexander. Gold per turn, Alexander ended, which means he may now go for peace. We have a great scientist. Standing army tax was not passed. Greece and India and Mongolia all voted nay. Embargo Japan was passed, which is quite strange. We've discovered oil. It is offshore. We only have one source of oil. There is a source of oil here, but that is out of our reach. If Samarkand managed to expand there, maybe we can get them to do it, but that is for oil, so it's not too good. But what we've got to remember as well with that is it does count as a sea resource. So it still actually gives us food, production and gold. So it's actually a very good tile. And when we go and put a workboat on it, it will be even better for us. We get to make another proposal. And at this point, I really don't know what we should really bother going for. A lot of people would be angry. I don't really want to put anything through here. I'll just try and put standing army tax through again. Probably won't go, but, you know, let's see what happens. Unit needs orders. Cargo ship. You are going to... Where were you going to before? Oh, you were going to Japan, and you can no longer go to Japan. So off to India you go. Now, the question is, what do we do with the scientist? If we were to pop him, we would get 2,123 tech. And we need 3,581 less 127. So we need about 3,400 tech to get radio. So popping him may not be such a great idea. So I think what we're actually going to do with our great scientist is... It's still early enough in the game to go down here and build ourselves another academy. So that is what we'll do. But that's all I can do on this turn. So I think that is a good place to end the video. We've got another couple of cargo routes we can have now as well. So there's some more money that we're going to spend. But that is something we'll have to do next time. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying the single city challenge as Venice. And I'll see you next time. So until then, goodbye for now.